Yes, and here we are again. Welcome to this. It's time for reflections. And if you have noticed, we are halfway into the ego evolution, and it's time to make a no, it's time to take you to the next, bring you to the next level. And I will start with to say there is a reason for why we have the reflection time right now. And if you have the ambition to really find your some of your own ego, get to know your driving forces, and you are curious and you want to do this for real, and you still haven't listened to all the sessions, I really recommend you to do that. So and the reason why, because the purpose, the intention of the ego evolution is that you are going to connect with your own ego. And the first part of doing that is to uh, connect with your, what you say, the unconsciousness. Now I have a cat here. I'm sorry, he's, so, I'm sorry. No, I'm not, but he's distract me a little bit. So the first part, what we have done right now, it's that we have put in some information into your unconsciousness, and please write in the comment, because my guess is if you have been listening to almost every session, that you have started to change your attitude, your opinion about the ego. Or at least that maybe it feels a little bit different when you are thinking about the ego. And my guess is also that you start to get really curious about, okay, I wonder what kind of driving forces do I have? What's my ego about? And you have an maybe even an idea about what it can be. Because when we are working with and try to find our ego, we have to be really nice, slow, and careful. And if you remember my introduction, I mentioned that our ego is something that has been locked down in a basement somewhere. And the ego is scared to get up in the light on the surface, because it still doesn't know if it's going to be rejected or removed and pushed down into the basement again. So that's why we are taking one step at a time. And the first step is to give you the emotional acceptance, the logical acceptance, for open up to dive a little bit deeper into your own ego. So that's actually, if you were a good student, you made some reflections in the beginning on the first day. And I think you could go back to those notes and see, okay, what was your opinion about the ego when we were started? And in what way uh, has it shifted right now? Because you have, when you have listening to all those amazing speakers, the conversation, and you can see it's not that dangerous with the ego. It's actually something that make people more powerful. And I am sure you haven't met any person that you would call they are a big, loud, noisy, uncomfortable ego. The people you have met are loving souls with lots of compassion. They are smart, they are brilliant, they are doing stuff that they like, and their ego is actually there for them and working with them in for a higher purpose. So, so right now, you are going to take your time for some reflections and see in what way, how do you feel about the ego right now? Because the rest of the next half, we will do our best for you to help you find your own ego, at least some part of it. Not every single driving force, we cannot relieve it, but we can relieve some of the most important part of your ego, so you can feel this power and get this big smile on your face. And we have certain ways of doing that. I will not tell you right now what it is, but the coming sessions that you will listen to a few more speakers, and then we have some interesting, I wouldn't like to call it exercise, but kind of, and some more deep experience where you can start to discover your ego. So what else? So when you do your reflections, uh, try to do it, I mean, at least once a day. I do it almost every evening just to find out, okay, what have happened today? And if something special is going on, like now I'm thinking about the ego evolution, what have happened, what have changed, uh, just to, so I become aware about where we are going for the next step. And so if I will share my own reflections right now, I can feel how actually the shift uh, in your mind, not really in your mind, but in the group, and there is something has happened, and I'm excited to keep on working and add whatever I can to take you to the next level. Um so please make a comment. I'm sorry I can't read your comment right now, but as soon as I am done with this, I will read it and I will be there and see. So how do you feel about what you have heard? What has been have had the biggest impact on you? What kind of feelings do you have right now? And what kind of expectations do you have for the rest of this ego evolution? Lots of questions, but just give it a thought and be sure that you will be able to connect deeper with your ego. And I can feel how we in this group here will make a change. I don't know exactly how yet because we are still growing, but for sure we are in this together. It sounds little, I said it before today, but actually that's what we are. We are in this together, and we are about to make a difference in a way we really don't know, but it's just to follow the flow, looking for the good feelings. So that's something you really could add to your reflections. What kind of good feelings do you have right now? And how do you feel about to have those good feelings? Don't try to figure it out why you should answer those questions. Just ask them and see what's happened. And just write it down, those good feelings you have right now. And if you have any uh, less good feelings, write them down, but on another, don't mix them with the good feelings. Just move them from yourself and put them on side. So your feelings are more important right now than your thoughts, because it's the feeling who has got the have got the right information. Your brain, maybe your logical part of yourself, maybe still is trying to rewrite the feelings, because the assumption, the values, the norms you are used to have about ego hasn't really registered in your brain yet, but your feelings, they are more reliable. So yes, I'm thinking now, because tomorrow you will have, okay, wait, now I got it. The first part is done. We have moved your unconscious to another level. We have removed some block or negative assumptions about the ego. And so the next step will be to give you more strength. And that will happen tomorrow. So we will give you something so that you feel even more good about yourself than you do right now. And the reason for that is when we are working with to bring out the ego, we have this resistance, the shield, or you call it the defense mechanism system around your ego, and we have to take it slow to avoid too much uncomfortable feelings, but to make the ride to your ego really, really smooth. Uh, so that's why we take this in several steps. Uh, so now I would love to have you here in front of me and be able to ask your questions, but I have to do that later because it feels like this could be enough for right now. Because before we can move forward to the next step, I really want you to do those reflections. And it's also because you have to manifest, you have to manifest all the new knowledge in your whole system. I mean, every single cell in your body should know that these new thoughts, feelings about the ego, it is from where you start. I mean, you have a new kind of a new platform to work from. So it's still too early. Don't try to figure it out what kind of ego you have. It will come, but there is a few hours, maybe 12 hours or something, if you can wait that long. And then we will take you to the next step. And this is so exciting for all of us to see what will happen. And for myself, I feel we probably have found a new way to move people forward to another level in a faster and move more people to the next level in a faster and smoother way. And that's really exciting for the whole LIFESPIDER system. It will be a game changer. So now I'm just sharing my thoughts. I have no idea what it will be, but as you know, that's how we work, and that's why it's so exciting, because the input we get and even the ego receive this information and look at it and say, okay, what can I do with this new information? So what you are now, it's on a new platform. And if you want to deepen this platform, actually, and if you're really ambitious about this, I would recommend you could actually re-listening to some of the sessions, because at this new platform, you will hear different things. You will make new conclusions, and that you didn't, what you didn't, I have to make it, maybe I'm getting a little bit tired. It's been a long day, and my brain is tired. So maybe something that you heard when you listened to the sessions the first time, you maybe didn't want to hear it. So it could be interesting for you if I mean, you don't have to re-listening to everything, but maybe pick one of your favorite session, or even better, if you picked the session you liked the least, because that could be in resistance, or what you dislike could be really contain some interesting information. So I think I'm done, because if I keep on talking, I will move you too fast to the next level. And as you know, I love to move fast, but I have to hold my horses a little bit and allow you to go and do these reflections instead. And please share your thoughts. If you have any kind of questions, if you have experienced something that you didn't like, resistance, irritation, frustrations, something you didn't understand, understand, you thought it maybe could be more clear, and whatever. So of course you can share your good feelings, but it maybe it's more interesting if you have something that you so far was a little bit made you confused or frustrated, those more unpleasant feelings and thoughts, because that will be useful information for the next step. So I'm looking forward to wake up tomorrow, and I will go back now and listen to the sessions. I haven't had time to listen for today because every single person delivers some new information. They put it together in a way I haven't heard before, and new information. I just love it, and my brain loves new information because then it can process and come up with new ideas. And so I think, yeah, I have to listen to myself now. I'm done, and I will let you go and do your preparation for the next half of this. That will be so exciting because I have a feeling that you start to get, okay, you are, yeah, like an horse is on his way to start to run, and yes. Okay, it's coming lots of thoughts, but I uh, move them away for now. So, okay, it's good night for me, and it's good morning to you maybe, or maybe you are in the middle of the day. No matter where you are in the world and in your feelings, in your conditions, just enjoy and be curious about what's coming next, because I am. So I'm looking forward to read your comments and answer your questions. So see you soon again, and enjoy what's in front of you right now. So bye bye.